As the reported death toll in this country from the coronavirus soars past 71,000, new human trials for a possible vaccine are underway. Our David Agus joins us now from Los Angeles with more. Dr. Agus, good morning. So Pfizer is one of the companies involved in these trials beginning here in the United States. The method they're using has never brought a vaccine to market successfully. So how promising is it?
They're using what we call an RNA vaccine. So it's not a piece of the virus that's classically used. It's actually the instructions for the virus or RNA, and they're injected, and then the body, the human body, makes the protein, and an immune response attacks the protein and hopefully prevents the virus. Pfizer is being clever, is they're taking 4 parts of the spike protein and putting that into 4 separate vaccines. So 4 shots on goal in the beginning in several hundred patients to see if you can make a good enough immune response to go to a much larger trial to hopefully prevent the virus.
All right, 4 shots on goal. I like the sound of that. The timetable for this vaccine is as soon as the fall. That's possible. What needs to happen for that to get done? How likely is it?
Well, Tony, every step has to work. So initially, one of those 4 have to give a good enough immune response that it can provide immunity. And once you have that, then it can be expanded to say, does it really prevent the virus from getting in? Each of those take time to do. This is an RNA vaccine, so it's easier and cheaper to scale and make than a classic vaccine. But as you mentioned, it's never been FDA approved, a type of this vaccine. So it's a little bit new. And so we're going on new ground here, but there's certainly hope and potential, as there is with several other vaccine candidates. I pray that 1, maybe 2, maybe 3 of them will work, and we'll have them in the fall or in December or in January, anytime as soon as possible.
Yeah, when people hear about an accelerated timetable and new methods, there can be some worries. So what are the risks of moving forward in this way? And I guess to sharpen the question, how do those risks compare to the risk of not having a vaccine at all?
Well, not having a vaccine means we have a continued death rate in this country, which is unacceptable. Vaccines historically have been safe, and we're doing the safety studies now. Some steps were skipped with some of the vaccines in animal work. Others had years of animal work to get the vaccine itself ready. And so each one of them have different safety work done and will have going forward. There is no way a vaccine is going forward into patients in large scale unless it's proven safe. And so I hope that this works. You know, the big variable to me is, will the immune response be strong enough to prevent the virus? And we should know that for some of the vaccines in the middle of June.
All right, David, quickly, I want to get your reaction to a troubling headline. Some emerging research suggesting that there might be a mutated strain of the coronavirus, particularly here on the East Coast, that is more infectious and more aggressive. What's your reaction to that research?
Unfortunately, it got more headlines than it should have. There are multiple strains of the virus, about 30 in total. This was a strain that became a dominant strain starting in February in Italy and then kind of moved to the rest of the world. The researchers in a not yet reviewed manuscript said, well, it's more infectious, which is why it became dominant. There's no real evidence of that. There's no evidence that the DNA changes, which always happen in viruses, that the DNA changes will change response to drugs or vaccines at the present time. So at the present time, it's an observation.
All right, not yet peer-reviewed. Important to note. David, thank you very much.